So guys, this has got me thinking. So there's a character in Roblox, Piggy, right now, which is still a mystery, and we're going to be getting a bonus chapter this coming weekend. So I think I may have solved exactly who this character will be, and I'll explain why. We're also going to be showing off a brand new leak for the next chapter, so this is going to be awesome. But if you do enjoy today's video, remember to leave a like on it and feel free to subscribe for more. And if you want to show your further support to me, you can always use star code BigB2 when purchasing Robux or Premium. So here we go. So if you thought that chapter 12 was going to be the next chapter, well, it's not going to be, but I will explain. So the next chapter is going to be character-based chapters. Now this is literally going to be like how it was in book 1, where we got distorted memory and we were able to play from Georgie's perspective. So that's exactly what this is going to be. So the next chapter is going to allow us to play as one of 2 characters. Now this is also expected to have a very long cutscene, which makes me think it's going to have a very big backstory. So let's go ahead and jump into this, because I am going to be sticking with my prediction on this. Although I have predicted other things, I feel like I'm about 90% certain I want to stick with this prediction, ladies and gentlemen, so hold me to it. So let's go ahead and get this started. So Minitoon actually tweeted out this picture, and it was with an emoji of someone lifting weights. Now look at this picture here. As you can see, it looks like it's in a hallway with a bunch of rooms. We have lights. There's also one light on and off, and someone's kind of walking. It almost looks like in the back out of a door. That can either be a hand or they're holding a light. Now, this is quite interesting, and I have a feeling that I know exactly who this character is and who is going to be one of the characters that we can play as. Now, again, I'm going to be sticking by this, and let me explain. Now, when I first saw this, I initially thought that this took place in the alleys. Why? Because we're technically going to be going on an alternate version as a flashback. So I think that, I thought that this would be somewhere in alleys, maybe, and where that would be, I mean, this could maybe potentially be in that binocular place, just saying that. But I personally feel like this scenario and scene is in city. Now you're probably wondering, okay, Big B, how are you even thinking or talking about city? Well, ladies and gentlemen, why I think this is in city, I'm gonna point out some things that I've noticed on why I think maybe one of the characters that we can play as is Mrs. P. I think that would be incredible if we could, but let's get this started. So first off, I want to say that the room looks like a room that's inside of a big building, and it almost, if you look at the ceiling, it's kind of like a grayish kind of ceiling, and if you look in the back, it's kind of like a grayish outline in the back, which reminds me of the same color of the city. Now, why do I think this is in the city? Well, there was one big mystery this whole time throughout Piggy, and still remains a mystery that we have no story on, and that is Mrs. P. Now, remember this appearance in the city, Mrs. P, that's just kind of in the window with the shadow? I think that that is this building. Now, why do I think that's this building? Well, if we brighten up the image again, in the back, it almost looks like there is a light that is showing. If you brighten it up, you can tell in the back it's a little bit brighter than it is before. And I personally think that this person is holding some type of lantern or a lamp. I don't know if that's a hand at all, but hey, it could be. Now, why do I think it's the city? Because if you look at the window, it almost looks like the exact window from the city. We have kind of like a smaller bit up top, and then a longer bit at the bottom. And then it would make sense, because if that back room is a little bit lighter than the other one, you would be able to see the shadow from the outside, which would mean that would be the Mrs. P window. Now, I am going to be sticking with this prediction, ladies and gentlemen, although I will say that everyone has been thinking that this has something to do with Billy. Now remember, the story won't have too much to do with the story, at least. So let's just say the only thing that could contradict this is that, whatever information we find out on Mrs. P won't change the story, at least, but we would get more knowledge on it, which we did already get some knowledge on it, but we would actually visually see Mrs. P. And I don't think Mrs. P is going to remain this entire mystery throughout the whole entire series. Now, people are thinking it's Billy because he did add in, again, this bodybuilding emoji, and Billy is holding weights. So yeah, but Billy doesn't really play a big part in the story, so I'd be curious to see if this was actually Billy, but we will see. But I will say the place looked like Allie's. It also reminded me of the safe place a little bit as well, but I am sticking with that. I think that this is personally the city, and that is Mrs. P window, and we will know a little bit more about that at least. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's gonna wrap it up for the video. Again, this is going to be like a distorted chapter, similar to how it was before. Maybe we will learn more about, Mrs. P. We still have Willow out there, Daisy. Again, I could be wrong, of course, but I want to stick by this, and I think it is also a very good prediction. So let me know what you guys think. Who are the characters you think that we will be able to play as in the next chapter? But thank you all so much for tuning in. If you guys did enjoy, feel free to leave a like and share it. Also, feel free to subscribe for more if you're new, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!